So welcome back, everyone. And I know this was just the hard break here. We are talking with Ken Kilday. He's the owner of Leaders Cut. We have our lines open here. And everyone, this is the time. Let's do this today. You want to make a difference in your business. You want to make a change in yourself. You want to learn the 6 critical mistakes that you're probably making. We're going to talk about that. Go ahead.
No, I was just saying, it's unlikely you're making all 6.
Thank God.
Right? It's unlikely. It's just the way it goes. You're doing some things really well, or you wouldn't, your business wouldn't be in the black. However, there are probably some things that maybe just aren't in your awareness at the moment that it's not just the way it is, it actually can be tackled.
We've got our lines open here for everyone to get entered, well, not even entered, we're giving it to everyone. This is something that we want everyone to have, which is this academy for free. So you go up onto the website, which is makingthecut.biz. There's a plethora of information that you're going to get for free. All of it, the ebook, the scorecard, the interactive calculators, the profit, what is it called? The
Profit
equation calculator. That's the best one of the best ones, right?
Sure.
But all of the information that you're getting here is all here at your fingertips. And the academy, which normally costs money, you don't have to pay for because you're going to get it from me for free. Everyone's going to get it. Our number here is 602-277-5369 and toll free. It's 1-866-536-1100. Go to makingthecut.biz now, and you're going to be so happy that you did.
Sure. So one of the 6 critical mistakes that might be happening for you is having a defined process for hiring great people, which in turn leads into retaining great people. The mistake that most people make is they feel like every time somebody leaves the company, they're starting from scratch in hiring a replacement, and they are, because they don't have an ongoing process. Hiring is a lot like attracting new customers. It's an ongoing effort to make sure there's a way that you've got an eye towards people that want to be part of your universe. And even upstream from that is defining what are your core values, meaning what kind of person fits in really well with your vision, mission, purpose, and values that you want to be part of your organization. Because if you're simply looking for a skill, they can push the button you need them to push when it needs to be pushed. That's a skill, that's not a culture fit. And that's part of the hiring process that I usually get to work with companies on. So once they know who they're looking for, they find a lot more of them. But when I ask, they usually start to, early on, they're telling me a set of skills. They're not telling me which is the culture fit for that person. So not that it's 100%, but your success rate rises dramatically when you're really specific about the kind of individual that does great work in your company.
I'll tell you something that is something that I hear from a lot of people. They have a hard time finding somebody that will stay, right?
Yeah.
And then it becomes that vicious cycle, but they think that that's the norm when it's not the norm. It doesn't have to be.
It doesn't have to be, and we always have to be, a key component of coaching is uncovering what are your natural biases. We all have them. What are yours about hiring? So for instance, I was working with a client, and I said, I noticed you seem to have a really young team, and what keeps you from hiring somebody that's our age, Carol? Carol and I aren't looking for a job. However, there's a lot of people who are our age. They've kind of been there and done that. They're not looking to climb any ladder, but boy, they'd be a rock solid, reliable person to work in your organization that's perfect at mentoring others to do the thing without ever having a leadership position or moving up the ladder. They've already done that. That's not what they're looking for anymore. And I even sent this client an article that said, people our age and a little older might need a little extra time to learn all the tech. They're into it, they want it, but they do need the time. But once they have it, they're super reliable. And this client then says, it's that knee-jerk response of, well, I'm looking for people that'll be here for the long haul. And I said, well, then don't hire really young people that are not in it generationally. What we are coming to understand is that's not how they're built.
Mm-hmm.
They're not going to stay 20 years.
Right,
They're just
unfortunately,
not.
that's right. And you took the word right out of my mouth, reliable,
Mhm.
but also can you imagine the ethics that we have? It's a different
Sure.
ethic, and I'll tell you something, I'm not putting anybody down or anything like that, but it will sure show the other people what kind of leadership, what kind of
Sure.
ethics it really will show. In every area of your business, there is a place where you could grow, and there's a place where you could find a better way,
Mhm.
right? And I think that this is what this offers for everybody
That's
out
right.
there, right?
Yes.
And, go ahead.
Yeah, what I'm offering is a skeleton, if you will. So everyone on this planet has the same number of bones, the same skeletal structure, absent illness or injury. We're identical in that way, and that is the only place we're identical. Everything else about the way people look, even identical twins, is different.
Mhm.
Right? There are always differences. So what I offer you is a skeleton that'll support whatever unique flesh you want to create your own business. And that's what I'm here to do, is give you the support structure that makes the most powerful outcome that you can make. But you determine what that is. I'm not there to tell you how to do business or what the business should be. You're going to tell me what it is, and I'm going to work with you to figure out what changes we make. Because something is not the way you want it, or we wouldn't be
Right.
speaking.
The other thing that I want you to tell them again is how you are there if they need them, and how, it's at their own pace. Everything is at whatever it is that you decide, and then at some point, if you would like, you can actually even pick up and have a conversation with you through.
That's right.
Right?
So I'm going to give you the information, the elements of business that you can improve, and that's going to tell you a lot about what coaching would be like, the kind of things that we would design in a coaching plan. And I invite you to book a free consultation throughout so that you can experience what it is to be coached before you ever actually sign up for a coaching engagement.
Mhm.
So it is choose your own adventure, and in the way that you want. And what I can share with you is that as I've worked with clients, where we thought we were going to start is very quickly changed because we are responding to the business itself. So we may have been coaching towards process improvement, and all of a sudden we have people issues, which is not uncommon at all. If you have people, you've got some problems. Maybe not today, but you either have had them, or you will have them, or you'll have them again sometime in the future. And that's an example of how we switch gears really quick. So even in coaching, we choose our own adventure based on what the needs are of you and your business.
We've got our lines open here for everyone to get this academy for free from me, and you're not going to find this anywhere else. So I implore everybody who's listening to go up onto that website, which is makingthecut.biz, and you will see there's all sorts of information that you can get. When you get to where the academy is, do not pay for it. All you have to do is call me, and you're going to get it for free. Our number here is 602-277-5369. Toll free, it's 1-866-536-1100. One of the things that you said just a minute ago was that we all have the same amount of bones and all of this.
Yeah.
The other thing that we've talked about, and I know we're going to go to a break soon, but it's probably one of the number one things that I always have to ask you, and we always have to talk about, because it's the number one thing that everybody does have the same amount of also, which is time, right?
168 hours a week.
It's funny how he knows the exact, but, and nobody has enough of it.
Yeah, so we think.
And that's where also you can come in, and we're gonna talk, when we come back, I'd like to talk a little bit about that too.
Absolutely.
Because everyone says the same thing, where is
Sure.
this time going, I don't have enough time.
I don't have any time.
Right? And so we've got our lines open, and really quick, before we go to the break, do you want to tell them anything more about this that they're going to get before I give out the information again?
Yeah, ebook, the emails.
You're going to love it.
You'll get the newsletter, you get the calculators, you get the academy. So you start where you want to start, you stop where you want to stop. Again, choose your own adventure, and then let me know how I can help you.
Call in here at 602-277-5369. You're getting it free from me. Yeah, I want to talk about time, because I think that's something that everyone talks about.
Sure.
I mean, I still can't believe how the time is flying.
Yeah, it all goes too fast.
Yeah.
It all goes too fast, and that's an element. So what we can also talk about is Something that's really precious that our generation gets to pay it forward with is the whole reason mentorship works is because, so if you just Google, hey, what age am I when I start a business and what's my success rate? If you start a business 20s, 30s, 40s, 50s, 60s, it's an exponential increase in success.
Yes.
Because relatively, we not only have we made mistakes, we understand, we have a point of reference.
I heard that people are I don't know if this is correct age, but in their older age, they're more successful than even in their younger age. Like I've seen businesses start sometimes even in their 40s or 50s.
Yeah, your probability of
become-
success is much, much higher if you wait till you're older.
I've
Great.
heard that.
Because we've learned some very important lessons in life. Time is one of them, right? We're not gonna
How to
waste,
manage it better though,
not just manage it, but where we put our mind share,
okay?
right? We spend time thinking about things differently.
What's mind share?
Well, it's where am I spending my time thinking through certain pieces.
Okay, sometimes you
We're
spend too
more-
much time thinking of that too, right?
Well, young people do. They're worrying about the Gucci purse. They're not worried about making payroll. There's a huge difference. We know where to put our mind share to be successful,
That's
right?
interesting.
We know how to say no. Most 20, 30-year-olds only know how to say yes.
Yeah.
Sure, I can do that. Yeah, I can do that. Yeah, I can do it. No, I can't.
And then
Can
they
you
can't.
do this for me? When do you need it? Next week? No.
Yeah, because you become, I think, and I'm not sure if this is right or not, you can tell me, you become okay with your own skin and your own self.
Exactly.
Yeah, okay.
We start to know who our customer is and who they aren't.
Yes, right.
Right?
And sometimes it's okay to say no to somebody, this may not be the right
It's a
one.
relief. Like we may not be a fit.
Right,
I'm
right.
not the coach for you, and initially I didn't say it that way. Especially during COVID, we all said yes to some things,
Mm-hmm.
and then when for those of us in our 50s and 60s, we sort of reset to, oh yeah, now I remember why the easy money is the hardest money you'll ever earn.
Very true. Mm-hmm.
Right? Just the emotional impact. We're more aware as we age of the emotional impact of our decisions.
Mm-hmm. Oh, God, yeah. Yeah, I agree with that 100%.
Yeah, the valuation is different. The work 80 hours does not yield the return, emotionally or otherwise, that young people think it does.
So welcome back, everyone. At the break, we always talk a little bit about further on Facebook, and we talk a little bit about things that we don't hear, but we are going to bring back time. It's obviously the number one thing that people have
Sure.
too little of, they think anyway. And we want to make sure that people understand that this is something that everyone, really, in my opinion, you're going to be so excited that you went up on this website and checked out everything that he is basically just handing to you,
Mhm.
right? And it's awesome because he, like you said, even one nugget, just one thing that you get out of it is just gonna make a big difference. It's the little things that make the big difference.
Yes, it's the 80-20 rule. It's in life, and you know this, if you've had a business for 5 or more years, you probably already know that it's the small thing. It's core products or services that are 80% of your revenue. It's 20% of your key employees that are 80% of the outcome. It does follow that too. So, one silver bullet could really make a difference for you. It could be the one thing that has been dogging you, and maybe you couldn't put your finger on it, but it was a sense that something was off, and hopefully you find that somewhere in the ebook, the e-coaching series, the Silver Bullet Academy, one of our newsletters. Something in there somewhere may be your answer.
And it may be even in another area that you
It
find
could be.
something that also.
That often comes up.
I bet.
Well, yes, almost everyone presents with, I don't have enough time, to which I'd say you have that's the great equalizer. We all have the exact same amount of time, so that means what you've got is an excuse. Because everybody has the same, and that means others who are doing it more successfully have figured that out pretty quickly. And it is the most precious resource, because once it's gone, it is gone forever.
Mhm.
there are other things that are not, money you can make more of, you can generate additional revenue, you can get funding in various sources. Time you cannot do that with, so that means the better you are at delegating things that should not be on your plate, the quicker it's going to be. I also talk to people that present with, well, I've just got so much on my plate, nobody else can do this, and I have to, and I'm the one with the access, and, okay, well, you did that, so if you did that, you can undo that, or we can change that, and you'll be a better leader for it. There are people in your company that are about to leave you because they're bored to death, and if you gave them a project and took the time on the front side to explain it, you would then have that off your plate for the rest of the year or years that they stay.
Once you learn how to delegate and you do it, you're gonna love that you can.
Yeah, and
because
your,
it frees
your
up
team will love it because they're gonna grow and thrive because it's new and different and they're learning more things and they're expanding their own ability. Delegation is not dumping, it is development.
And I think they appreciate when you do that because they I think they really do.
We have data behind that. We know they do. We know that people leave. If you go through the people components in the book and in other places on my website, what you'll start to see is that people would stay and continue to earn the salary rather than going somewhere for a raise if they were learning and growing and developing.
They also will feel appreciated.
Absolutely.
Right?
Yeah.
And I want to stress again that this is also for any kind of business, any size business, a solopreneur. Anybody is going to get something out of this. I don't care who you are. This is something that I believe everybody should have. You will be so happy that you did it. The website is makingthecut.biz. You're going to get all of this information. And the academy, if you call me here at the station, you're getting that for free. You will see there is a cost to it on the website, but if you call me, you'll get it for free. Our number here is 602-277-5369, and toll free it's 1-866-536-1100. The website is makingthecut.biz. Go ahead.
Yeah, and here's the element of time. You don't have to do any of this you don't have to read for 23 minutes if that's not going to work for you. Start with the contents page and see if something jumps out to you. So what most people are surprised about is that first bullet is actually starting with the end in mind. What are you trying to accomplish with this business? Are you going to sell it to your employees? Are you grooming your daughter to take the business? Do you want a great big company to buy it from you so that becomes your retirement nest egg? Those are important questions to answer before you do the rest of the planning because they impact how you design the business and grow the business and market the business and so on. And I do have clients in each one of those categories I mentioned, some that want to leave it to the kids and some that are designing it to be sold. And our coaching efforts and our development efforts are very different in those two circumstances.
I also have to mention, and I forgot to mention, that there's templates within the book,
yeah,
right? Even
yes.
Go ahead.
That's part of that skeleton that I mentioned. The skeleton is lots of templates. Make it your own. There's just a global framework. So, for example, core values. Well, I'm not going to tell you what your core values are. You've got them. You have a sense of them, and you've hired people that demonstrate them without ever calling them out. So the template is what are they, so that you can say it back to your prospective hire. And if their eyes don't light up or they can't tell you how they live that value, that's not your person. They may be great at bookkeeping, for instance, but that doesn't mean they're going to fit in. Maybe maybe one of your values is a family atmosphere, and they don't want any of it. They want to come in, do their thing, and leave, and never interact. Well, maybe they're not going to fit in your company.
I like them because it makes me think. It brings up what I should be even thinking about.
Right.
Because otherwise I'd never even know what to ask myself.
So there's that component of it, but the other component of it is how much, business owner, is that in your head? So you become the choke point to the whole company because no one can do anything. It's not written down anywhere. It's all in your head. Every operating process and procedure, everything is up there. So everything has to come through you, and that's why you feel like you have no time because you've made yourself the choke point. But that goes one step further where what if something happened to you yesterday, right?
Yeah,
You know, bad things happen to really good people
Mhm.
every single day, and it could to you too, and people are relying on you. So, if you've kind of made yourself, the magic of the whole company, the other side is true too. Anything happens to you and it impacts a lot of other human beings.
I always wanted to have a business, and I'm sure people would say, that would run without me there.
Sure.
Right, that's when it does that, and it's all going smoothly, and when you go away, let's say on a vacation or what have you, and you come back, it's all still going and working just as if you were never left.
Yeah, that's the indication.
Wouldn't that be great?
Yeah, passive income. But you would have had to invest in the people and the process and the development and the training and the delegation
time.
and the communication. And if you haven't done that intentionally, it's not something that happens automatically.
Mm-mm.
It doesn't just occur. There has to be an intention behind it.
Why Ken?
Why me? Because I understand that you know your business better than anyone, and I am particularly good at listening to what you're telling me and what you're not telling me, and putting that together to coach you in a way that's going to get you the outcome that you want. So I have both the background and experience of
The
having
knowledge.
done this, but I also have my professional certified coach designation from the International Coaching Federation. You know, there's no regulation, if you will, about calling oneself a coach. However, this is an accreditation that's not so easy to get, so you have that sense of, I am qualified to do this work, and now we have to figure out if you and I have a connection so that you innately trust that I'm advocating for your best interests.
So, you know, not all coaches are a good coach, okay?
Right.
And they're not all certified like you are.
Correct.
They don't take the time and put that into themselves, right? And so, please call Ken. You're gonna be happy that you did.
Yeah.
And his phone number to call, if you wanna call him direct, it's 602-820-6978. Go up onto the website. You're gonna absolutely love that you did. You're gonna get, again, the ebook, which is a 6 silver bullets that are what you need to grow any business fast. Also, you're getting the scorecards, which we love. The interactive, I should call them the interactive calculator. You're going to get the and the academy. That is the biggest part there that you're getting for free when you call me. So our number here is 602-277-5369, and toll free it's 1-866-536-1100. Go up onto that website. It's makingthecut.biz. What are your final words?
My final words are, there's plenty of opportunity for you to connect with me and build a session. I'm not going to chase you. There's no conditions on the website. I'm not going to ask you for a lot of information where you think you're going to get something and then you don't. None of that. If it says book a call, there's a calendar. If it says an ebook, it's an ebook. I'm not trying to get you on a marketing list. I'm trying to help you.
Right.
So you access as you need me, and if it's a fit, we move forward, and if it's a not, if we are not, then that's okay as well. But lots of space for you to find what you need.
A plethora of information that you offer to people just to check it out, and then we go to the next level if you want. You're not being pushed, you're not in any way, shape, or form, and that's how you come off anyway. That's just the way that you are. Again, we want you to go up onto the website, which is makingthecut.biz. You will see the academy, you will see that there's a price to it, but you're gonna get it for free if you call me here. 602-277-5369. Toll free, it's 1-866-536-1100. I don't care what you say, the best time that you could ever take in 23 minutes is to start reading the book, the ebook. You will love that you did, and you don't have to read it. You could just, from the start to finish, you can do it other ways. You will feel like Ken is right there in the room with you. It is really cool. Again, it's makingthecut.biz. You're going to get the Academy of Free from me, 602-277-5369.